Thank you.
I can coordinate all that.
Okay, we're ready.
Call meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to convene as Board of County Commissioners. Approval of the agenda.
I'd like to add the executive session right after approval of agenda for personnel matter.
All right, I'll add that. Anything else? Now I'd take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Got a second. Any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Public forum. There's nobody.
Make
Take-
a motion to go into executive session.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Got a second. Any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Motion passes. Order number 6, consider motion to terminate emergency manager Deborah Barnes. I would take a motion for that.
So move.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
May I express some concerns?
You need to wait till the discussion portion.
Yes,
There
sir.
hasn't been a second yet.
Yes, sir.
I will second.
Okay, I got a second. Any more discussion? Now you can.
I'm going to abstain from information in the voting.
My concern is, some of my concerns are that unless the county hires someone from the auditor's office or a seasoned county employee, a new emergency manager may be set up for failure due to the remote location of the office and having challenges to obtain basic admin support. There is no Walworth County new employee orientation. I would go back to the fact that I have had no guidance whatsoever. I was just told I have to do a lot of training. I threw a lot of training and I tried to do that. There's no written procedures on how to accomplish basic business processes. There's no IT support available. I was told I had to Google it only to discover that Googling doesn't supply a solution. The graphical user interface of the emergency manager computer does not match the online solutions for doing so. How to change the iPhone password was a challenge. I'm trying to point out that every day I fight to do the job. It's highly frustrating. How to change the password on the iPhone. The deputy auditor had to work on it and collaborate with the outgoing emergency manager. It took at least 45 minutes, maybe more than an hour to get it to work. How to change the password on the computer. The computer still has the password that was on it with Miss Silbernagel. I tried to change it and it came back and told me that I have to get basically IT support to change it, but there's no IT support. Office 2010 will no longer be supported. Microsoft says that support will end on October 13th, 2020. There's no orderly pass down. the physical location of the required physical documents, that South Dakota OEM response branch incoming and outgoing transition checklist, that I could not locate all the documents when Mr. Micah Small, the regional coordinator, came to my office. I'm still trying to find those documents. They should be physical documentation labeled on the shelf with the label on the spine so that in an emergency, there's the emergency manager is not there, somebody can just go and grab that document off the shelf. That's according to Mr. Ted Schweitzer, the Warhawk District contact. There are some electronic documentation on the web, OEM, but that requires time and training to familiarize yourself with how to get into web EOC, how to get the physical copies or get the electronic copies, and where do you find them on there? It takes training and time to learn it. Which emergency management documents are current, which are due for renewal, and which are overdue for renewal. Putting an electronic on a name, the electronic name, saying that the electronic name is for 2019. When the document itself says 2014, my concern is that the county is, if they were to be audited for the documentation, that would expose Walworth County to a loss of grant funding in case they did a documentation audit. I am a 50% disabled veteran for PTSD, and a couple of years ago I had a psychoneurological test, and they said that I had lost 15 points on my IQ test. It was due not to, I can still think and so forth, but that it takes
Do you have anything more to talk about, or?
I'm very concerned that I was set up for failure here. I did pass on the email from, this is not to do with this at all. I did pass on the email from Mr. Micah Small about the special funds available, and I hope that they would be used to help with the training of parents and teachers to protect their children from the cyber exploitations that they face, especially women.
the motion and the second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll roll call. Jim,
Yes.
Davis.
Me.
Kevin,
Yes.
and Sean, yes. Palmer abstained from the motion. The motion passed. Thank you, Deb.
You need your next executive session. Good schedule on there.
Yes, I do. I'd take a motion to go into executive session per South Dakota CL 1-25-2 regarding any personnel matter.
I so moved.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Got a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
You don't need it for this one, do you?
Opposed say no.
Yeah.
And my eyes checked 2 days ago, and he had the audacity to offer bifocals.
That's fine.
Never mind.
And I know.
Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order, coming out of executive session at 9:14. So number 8, consider motion to hire emergency manager.
I'll make a motion. Hire Todd Spurlow.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second. Any more discussion on that? We'll roll call. Kevin,
Yes.
Marion,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Scott, yes. Motion passed. Any old business? New business?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
One second.
Got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
She needs, Marcy needs that back.